All right.
You gotta turn the heat off. Let's go get a coffee. And as we get this here coffee, let's give people the top 3 ways to make $10,000 a month in 2025 online. Actually, technically 2 out of the 3 ways are going to be online. One of these ways is technically not going to be online, but it's still pretty much online.
And before we do that, safety first, so you have to buckle up.
You're right.
Safety first.
Right.
That's it.
No, that's fair. All right, guys, so in all seriousness, you want the top 3 ways in 2025 to make $10,000 a month online. This is gonna be the video for you. So I would imagine if you're watching this video, you're somewhere in the very beginning of your journey. You may have started your first business and failed. Maybe you haven't even started just yet. Maybe you don't know where to start. This video is gonna give you a ton of clarity. And if you don't know who we are, my name is Luke Del Priore.
I'm Dario Del Priore.
We're 2 brothers. I'm 20 years old, my brother's 21. We have achieved our first multiple 7 figures online at the age of 20. And we come from pretty much absolutely nothing. I'm a high school dropout. Dario's a college dropout. Today, just so you know, we're not gonna be giving you our whole backstory, sob story, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna get tactical, usable advice today. So guys, get your pen and pad out because you have to understand, I'm gonna give you the pros and cons of each business model that I'm about to give you. So listen very closely and make sure that you're paying close attention. Now, here's the thing. There are certain businesses that I'm not going to mention. For example, Amazon FBA, drop shipping, e-commerce, course selling. I'm not bringing you any of these kinds of business models today. Why? Because these are not really my verticals where I've made tons of money in these models. The models that I've made a ton of money inside are in the models that I'm going to be giving you today because I can only speak on what I'm competent in. I don't want to start giving you advice that I don't feel confident in giving you, okay? So guys, starting with number 3, one of the best ways in 2025 to make $10,000 a month online is with a local content. So fucking ChatGPT wants to talk in my ear during the video. Number 3 is going to be starting a local service content creation business. Okay, if you guys don't know what this is, effectively what you're gonna be doing, and again, this is gonna be advantageous for you as a business, just so you know, if you live in a more city type area, maybe like a more metro area. So if you're in like Florida, California, New York, New Jersey, maybe some areas in the UK, maybe you're in Canada watching this video. If you have businesses in your local area and a pretty decent amount of them, this might be a good business model for you. So basically the way that a local content marketing agency works is you're gonna learn how to use a camera like the camera that I'm filming this video on right now. You're gonna learn how to shoot videos and take photographs with that set camera. You are then going to learn how to edit those photos and videos, and you're gonna learn how to post them on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And you're gonna do this for local businesses. You guys have to understand, local businesses need content. They need videos for their TikTok page, their YouTube page, their Facebook page. Why? Because it helps them get exposure locally to other potential customers that are in their local area that might not know about their business. So one of the best ways to do that for them is, again, having content that they can post on their social media pages. Problem is, most of these local businesses have no one to do that service for them. They don't have someone doing their content for them.
You want anything?
Hi, how can I help you?
There's a small espresso shot.
Can we just do a small shot of espresso, please?
One shot of espresso?
That's
Yes.
it, yep.
Okay.
That's it.
$1.91.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Anyhow, see, we need the espresso shot to keep this going. The way that this business model is going to work, like I said, is you're going to be taking photos and videos for local businesses, shooting, editing, and posting them. Here's why it's a good business. If you can learn the basics of using a camera and editing, you can fulfill these services for local businesses. And you can also charge them a fee to come in there and take care of this work. So here's how it works. Let's say I own a bakery, right? And I want someone to do my content for me. You might approach me as the owner of the bakery and say, listen, Luke, I'm charging you $1,500 a month. I'm gonna take 10 photos of all your best items in the bakery. I'll make 5 videos for you. I'll shoot everything, I'll edit it, and I'll post it for you for $1,500 a month. And I'm gonna come in and shoot once a month. Really, you only need to go out into your local area and shoot that content one day out of the month. And you'll be able to charge them between $1,500 and $2,000 a month for the actual service, which is nice. Now, outside of that, another good thing about that business is it revolves around recurring revenue. There you go. If they're happy, they're gonna be sticking with you month over month, over month, over month, over month. So those clients are gonna be staying with you for quite some time. This is good. This is what you want. That's recurring revenue. That's how you start making predictable income, okay? So the pros of that business is that you could do it with yourself and with maybe one other person. And if you guys become somewhat locally known, you can do okay. How do you get clients? You could call local businesses in your area to try to set up a meeting in person. You can go literally door knock local businesses to try to set up meetings. You can send Instagram DMs to them. And as long as you're doing 100 pieces of outreach a day, you'll do pretty okay. And again, the reason I know this is a good business is because my brother and I started our entrepreneurial journey this way. We literally started making our first bit of money online by taking pictures and videos for local businesses. So that's how I know this can actually work. You can actually make money doing this because I've done it. Now, the downside. The downside is that it's not technically online, okay? So if you're someone that cares about geographic freedom, you want to be a digital nomad and you want to take your business with you to Greece and you want to take your business with you to Paris, France, and you want to take your business with you to sunny Miami, Florida, you're not going to be able to do that. It's not that kind of business model. It is a business where you are confined to your local area because you have local businesses there. Now, eventually you could make enough money to hire a videographer and then have the business be automated in that local area. But if that's something that you're trying to do for the amount of money you're gonna make, it's not the best model to do so. It's just not. So again, if you're okay with being in your local area and you really only want 10 grand a month, 15 grand a month, great business to do it. Anyone that's watching this video, if you're not lazy, can figure out how to run this business and genuinely succeed. Now, business model number 2 is not actually technically a business, it's actually a type of job. However, you get to treat it like a business because it's fully done online, you can make good money. So I treat it as a business model, and it's actually inbound closing, okay? If you guys don't know what an inbound closer is, I'll explain it to you. Different business owners that run businesses online that might sell courses or might sell agency services or might sell like a fitness coaching offer, sell this to people. And when people inquire about these things, typically the way that sales processes work is their prospective client will book a Zoom meeting. Someone needs to be on the Zoom meeting to close the deal to actually get the client for that course creator or that coach or that person that's selling the agency service. You can be the person, if you can learn sales and how to close on inbound sales calls via Zoom, how to be an inbound closer, and you can do very, very well. So here's how you make money in inbound closing. Let's say you go work for a course creator, and this course creator sells a $3,000 service, right? Or let's say a $3,000 offer for fitness coaching, okay? And he's willing to give you a 10% commission for every single deal that closes. That would mean that you're gonna make $300 every time you get a sale. If you become a course creator's closer and you're taking 7 to 8 Zoom meetings a day and you're able to sign up 2 people on a $3,000 offer and you make $300 off that at a 10% commission, that's $600 a day. If you can do that Monday to Friday, that's $3,000 a week. Times 4 is $12K a month, which is about $144,000 a year. You're doing better than $10K a month. This is a good business. This is another good way to make pretty good money. Now, what are the downsides to this business? You're not technically a business owner. You can never automate yourself out of that position because that business owner is relying on you to be their closer. Another downside to this business is you'll never be able to eventually in the future sell your job. That's the thing. If someone has a high-paying job, that can be a good thing, but you can never sell your job to someone else. You can never sell your position in a company. Whereas someone can actually sell their business. So if I own a company that makes $10,000 a month and I'm the owner of the business, I might be able to sell that thing, depending on what kind of business I run, for 300 grand in the future, or maybe even more than that. So you have to understand that there is pros to business ownership, but there's also cons. You take on way more stress, you intake more cost, you intake more headache, you take on more responsibility. So with every pro, there's a con. But if you're the kind of person that doesn't care about selling your business and getting a big exit in the future, and you really just want to make 10 to 12K a month working remote, inbound closing is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic way to do this. And I know this because I actually own a business myself, and I have inbound closers that are making more than $10,000 a month, in excess of $10,000 a month, and they're extremely happy with their position. They provide a lot of value to my business, and I love my closers. They do a really good job. So that's another option. You can be an inbound closer. So to refresh, number 3, you can start a local content business. Go create content for local businesses, charge them a fee, make some money. Number 2, you can become a closer. You can close deals for online business owners that have different offers, and you can make a commission off of that. And guys, for me, the number 1 way to generate income online in 2025 that basically blends the best of number 3 and number 2 is a local service digital marketing agency. So let me explain to you exactly how this business works. Similar to a content agency, you are going to be working with local businesses, and you're going to pick one very specific type of local business that needs your help to generate more leads, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to build out a growth system for that business through services like running Facebook ads, doing search engine optimization, integrating a CRM system called GoHighLevel, and you're going to blend services like the following to help these local businesses grow and scale rapidly, to help them grow and scale astronomically, to help them generate more leads, all the good stuff. Now, the pro of doing it this way is when you start a local content agency, you have to basically take any kind of client that'll pay you. You can't really have a niche in your local area because you don't have a big enough total addressable market. Think about it. If there's only 5 local businesses that do roofing in your area, you can't pick roofing as a niche to help people out with content because that's not enough clients. If one of them leaves, your business is really going to get hurt. So when you run a local content agency, if someone has a restaurant, chiropractic facility, solar company, doesn't matter, you're going to work with them and you're going to take their money because it just makes sense. Now, when you switch your model to online, your total addressable marketplace goes up drastically. You now have so many people that you can work with. There is thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you can now work with to help them grow and scale their business. And so the cool thing is you can become a specialist. So you can pick a niche. You can be the guy that really helps solar companies grow and generate more sales through the use of Facebook ads. And again, you're gonna get recurring revenue. So every single time you get a client, they're paying you a monthly fee to work together. That's a massive pro of running a local service digital marketing agency. Number 2, in this case scenario, you're going to actually own the business. So eventually, if you do want to sell your company, you can actually sell the business, which is fantastic. And if you have a big enough business, for example, I own a local service digital marketing agency. It goes by the name of Del Priori Hospitality. If I wanted to sell my business right now, I would sell it for no less than $5 million. No less than $5 million. Another reason running a local service marketing agency is a massive pro is this business can be run completely remote with a remote team. You don't need a team that's physically there with you in an office. You don't need any of that. You can do everything actually remote. So if you want to work out of your apartment, if you want to work on a flight, if you want to go to Italy, if you want to go to Miami, you want to do all the crazy shit, you can actually do it. And you don't need to worry about not being able to take your business with you because your business exists on the internet. And to me, that is the ultimate freedom. When you're confined to one geographic area to generate income, that's torture. I mean, it really is, at least for me. And again, this is my own personal goal. It's just how I personally choose to live. I would never want to be confined or constricted to one geographic location where my income is dependent on local businesses in that area. I would personally prefer to be able to work with anybody and everybody globally, so I can work with anyone because my business is online and my addressable marketplace is much larger. And again, this is the business we run to this day. It is called Del Priori Hospitality. We work with a very specific type of business and we help them grow and scale by running Facebook ads, performing search engine optimization, and integrating a CRM system for their business. And this is the business that made me and my brother millionaires. We saw small amounts of success with local content, but this business model is ultimately the model that truly set us free financially and took us to that absolute next level. And the reason it blends the best of local content and inbound closing is because you're going to be inbound closing and you're going to create the highest profit margin because you are the business owner. And you're also going to be performing marketing services for these businesses, but now you're not confined locally to those businesses. You can only work within your local area, and you can make more money in this model because it's more scalable and it's remote. And I've always used this analogy. No matter how hard someone is working in their rowboat trying to paddle by themselves, they could be working 16 hours a day. The guy with the fucking jet-fueled ship in the Lamborghini yacht is going to be able to go so much further in just 1 hour than that guy can go in 17 hours. And this is why in business, the business model that you're in matters. And there's so many people that want to be like, no, just work hard, just work hard. Work hard is one piece of success, and actually a smaller piece than you think. Working leveraged and working in the right business model and finding a good trend are the things that are genuinely going to make you a significant amount of money. And right now, we live in an economy where everyone wants to go into the fucking coaching business. Everyone wants to try to sell a course and make a little bit of money that way, and they're content with making a little bit of money that way. But it's not going to be sustainable. When you build a business like a local service marketing agency, you are building something that has absolute genuine sustainability, and it's going to be worth something in a couple years. It's going to be worth something down the road. It has actual immense value behind it, and I can't say the same for some of these other business models like a drop shipping store. I can't say the same for some e-com business that they might want to shut down after fucking 2 years of running it. A local service marketing agency is going to be around in the next 10 years because if local businesses still want to grow 10 years from now, how would the business model of a local service marketing agency go away? It would never go away. The landscape may change. People may want to start using things like artificial intelligence. People may want to start looking into other ways to help their clients market, but the concept is going nowhere. Local businesses will still remain needing this help. And this is exactly why my brother and I have literally built a completely private community for people that are looking to start, grow, and scale their own local service marketing agency via the modern scam. The modern scam is the world that we fucking live in right now. Everyone's lost. No one genuinely knows what they're doing. People are working for hours and hours and hours for pennies on the dollar to barely have enough to cover their cost of doing life, let alone investing money and actually flourishing financially. People are lost. And we built this group because we went through so much hardship on our entrepreneurial journey. We lost money early on. We started different TikTok pages that we thought were going to make us money. Long story short, never made us money. But the one thing that actually genuinely allowed us to see tremendous success was our local service marketing agency. And by the way, every single motherfucker you see online that tells you, oh, you should do this, you should do this, and 99% of them are doing something else. The guy that tells you to drop ship makes all of his money selling you the idea of how to drop ship. I cannot say the same for us. We still actively run Del Priori Hospitality, which is our agency. We run it to this day. And that is how we make 99% of our income. So I'm not telling you to do something that I'm not actively doing myself. If I didn't think the agency space was a good idea, morally, I couldn't bring people into the space, but that's all I want to do. I want to bring more people into the space because I am aware of how much potential is in this market right now. There is more money to be made. There's blood in the market. And for that fraction of people that are genuinely willing to work their ass off, that are willing to work hard, that are willing to go through the headache and the hardship of running a business every single day, they're gonna fucking win. And that's why we built this group. We created over 25 hours of pre-recorded content teaching people everything that we've learned from top to bottom, how to hire, how to scale, how to fulfill services for clients, how to pick a profitable niche, how to set up billing for your agency. Literally everything that we actively use inside of our agency to this day is in over 25 hours of pre-recorded content. We meet weekly on Zoom. So every single week, every single member of the group joins a Zoom meeting with myself and my brother where you can ask any live questions that you may have about what you want to go over. We will also, myself and yourself, have a private call. No one else is on that call. So for 30 minutes to an hour, you can sit down and ask me literally any questions that you want about starting this kind of business, what headaches are gonna pop up, anything you really might want to specifically go over. I'm gonna sit there and chat with you about so we can knock it out together and so I could actually meet you one-on-one and not just throw you into a friggin' hamster wheel of a course and make you another number. That's not my goal. I wanna actually know who you are. And there's so much more that's included. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the likes of people that are within our network. Not gonna start dropping names here, but if you watch some of our other content, you'll get an idea. But if that sounds interesting to you and you're thinking about starting your own local service digital marketing agency, what I would love for you to do, if you are genuinely serious about taking action and changing your life and not being in the same position that you're in right now, a month from today, 2 months from today, God forbid 2 years from today, tap the link below, schedule a call. It is completely free. You're just going to learn more exactly about how our group works, exactly why this might be a good fit for you, if it is even a good fit at all, because we only accept certain students. So do me a favor, tap the link below this video, book a call, and hopefully if you are a good fit, I hope to see you inside. Now guys, with that being said, those are the top 3 best ways to make $10,000 a month or more in 2025. Go work.